Cheers, Rapid Cat. Thanks for joining. That's not what I wanted to update. Oh, that's what I wanted to update. So this is Isle of Wight. Class 14. Right, I don't know how appropriate that is, but never mind. Good morning, driver. We have some cars and a Class 14 unloaded from the ship ready for transport. Wow, okay, big ship. Your first drop-off will be at the work point just after Ryde St John Street. Be aware of the signals. It's a bit foggy outside. Yeah, you're right, it is, isn't it? Crikey. Does Repo still make locos? I believe so. What route comes with the DVPR 189? I think you'll find that as Mannheim-Karlsruhe, if memory serves. So our first stopping point is in 1.3 miles. There comes the hovercraft. Just Jessup, is this computer game intensive? I don't know what you mean. What do you mean computer intensive? Oh, is this game computer intensive? I've got you. If you turn the settings right down, it'll run on just about anything, but it doesn't look very good. So yes, if you want to get all the settings turned up, then you'll need a decent computer for it. But you can find a happy medium which looks great and doesn't require massive processing power. The key thing is you want to get something like an Nvidia or a Radeon graphics. If it's just got the built-in Intel graphics on your machine, then that's not going to run very well. Oh, where's work point 1? Steeler Boy, I've written an application which retrieves the data out of the game and puts it onto a Google Map overlay. It's not publicly available yet as a thing, but I'm hoping that at some point I'll be able to make it available. It's basically all built into my rail driver software. Can 14s realistically travel on this line? Honestly, I don't know. But they run regular steam engines up here, or they used to. So it wouldn't surprise me if they are quite capable of running. I think it was what, M7s or something used to run up and down this line. Right, we're all in. It's Darkness Monster. Welcome. I'm playing one of your scenarios at the moment. This scenario, by the way, is called Repairs Around the Tracks by Darkness Monster. Isle of Wight, Class 14. Right, we're dropping some wagons off here. Let's bring up the task list. 721299 1155 847 140992 141087 1 2 3 4 5 wagons 1 2 3 4 5. Put some brakes on. Right, we carry on then. We've delivered the materials that this team needs. Stop at Smallbrook. Runaround loop is that? Welcome back, Tomcat Plays. Can't remember if I said thank you to Divishenka 60001, but thank you for following. Yellow signal. Ah, we're going on the fictional bridge line. This little link line here to the Preserve Railway doesn't actually exist in real life, but it does mean you can have a bit more fun. the time to finished. Just to be clear, it wasn't stopping up for the blow-up that caused me to be really late. It was because I couldn't get the train up to line speed. We have to wait for a couple of minutes for the steam engine to enter Smallbrook. When the signal is clear and you're ready to go along Arch Bridge for your second drop-off, and then to Haven Street for the last drop. Right, well, while we're waiting, I'm going to have a drink of water. Hi Darkness, I thought that big container boat at the on Ryde Harbour on the Pier Head, it's brilliant. Oh, it's coming. BNSF, no, they're reskins, so a bit more than reskins, but you can copy the script across between locos. While we're waiting, this scenario is called Repairs Around the Tracks. Right. Right, we've got lights. You submit a scenario in Steam chat tonight. Don't submit it in Steam chat, submit it into the Steam group. And then you'll see it on the list. I mean, I've got the next 2 weeks after this week already basically planned out, so it'll be after then. Uncoupling at the bridge works, but the distance isn't going down, which suggests that there's a hidden instruction in the way. How would you feel if me and Dark turned out to be your sons? I'm not sure. GWR, does this route contain the preserved route? Yes, I'm driving along the preserved route right now as it happens. So that's the main line, and that's the preserved line. Horn procedure at Bitten? Basically as little as possible. Horn use is frowned upon. Where there is a whistle board though, you blow the horn, and I think only between certain hours. But I think even that varies. See you, GWR. Drop off those at Bridgeworks. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Time to head to Haven Street for the final drop off. You can have leave the rest of the wagons and the loco in the station. James Ivel, have you tried redoing the heat compound, heat transfer compound between your processor and the heatsink? Assuming you're able to do that. If the heat compound goes off, then it stops working. And sometimes there's faulty heat compound; it just goes solid, and then that's it. And then the PC does. You can cool it as much as you like with the fan; it's never going to actually solve the problem. Or as JJ says, if there's an air bubble in it. So Ruben Davey, what should you get the following? Class 150, London Brighton, or Class 442, or all of them? I'm really the wrong person to ask. Out of those, I'd probably go for London Brighton or the 442, but the 150 is very good as well, so... Actually, someone asked earlier about diesels. UK diesels with startup procedure, and the 150 is probably about as close as you can get to that. That's got a setup procedure at least. London Brighton you can't miss with, really, it's such a good route. And you need London Brighton really for the 442 if you want to run the scenarios, of course. Oops. The Class 57 has a startup. You're right. The branch line is fictional. No, the branch line isn't fictional, but the link line is. Yeah, so in the real line, it terminates about there. Yeah, Smallbrook Line N terminates about there. This bit of link line here doesn't really exist. It was added for a little creative license. But the rest of it does exist. So Smallbrook and down this way is the preserved line. This is the Isle of Wight Steam Railway. And it's very well modelled as well. Very well modelled. Will I suffer for following Dark's newsflash? I don't know. Ruben Davies going to buy all of them. Nice. I don't think you go wrong with them. They're three good add-ons you picked there. How long did Derek take to build with? Well, bearing in mind he worked sort of on and off over sort of an hour here and an hour there. It was 7 years, I think. It's been on the boil. Nearly at Haven Street. Will I suffer following Dark's newsflash? Well, this is the one where you're evil twins. Dark's birth certificate says I'm his evil twin. Yeah. I think we all knew that, actually, Fridge. Luigi bought the HST for 29p. I was speeding again. I'm watching the chat and I'm not watching the train. Hey, Beast Builder, welcome. It's been such a long time, I can't remember what you prefer me to call you, and I'm sure there's something. Going into Haven Street down loop now. Good night, LNER. So we've arrived at Haven Street Download. I think that's the end of this scenario. It certainly is. So this is Repairs Around the Tracks by Darkness Monster. Steam Workshop scenario. Well done, driver. The works Haven Street are not planned for another 3 days. Grab some breakfast and enjoy a few days on the island. I think I will. Went to the Isle of Wight 3 or 4 years back. Fabulous. Right. One more. Yeah, I thoroughly enjoyed that. Thanks, Doc.